My name's Cassie. Today we're talking to Professor Michael from Nuclear Today, and we're going to be talking about nuclear power. Michael, can you tell us a little bit about nuclear power and why Australia needs it in its energy future?
Climate change is an important issue. It needs our direct attention. Nuclear power offers a low emission solution to the current crisis that we are facing. Alternatives aren't cheaper. Cost per kilowatt hour compared with coal is competitive, particularly looking at the bigger picture when an emission trading scheme is introduced in Australia.
Okay, so we know that nuclear power is better than coal, but what about renewables?
Renewables are diurnal and costly. Research is ongoing, and nuclear is the only proven baseload technology capable of delivering electricity at a low emissions.
Interesting. We see a lot of news about the environmentalists who have very strong views against nuclear power.
And some that do.
Indeed. Earlier, we contacted Greenpeace activist and environmentalist Chris Pontero to get his thoughts on the matter.
Well, I think there's a growing recognition amongst environmentalists that nuclear power is a legitimate option for Australia. Right now, 80% of our power is generated from coal, making us the highest emitter of carbon for electricity, 3 times higher than the OECD average. So there's no doubt that something has to change. Unfortunately, renewables at this stage are unproven and too expensive. If we're going to get serious about reducing emissions, we're going to have to start making some big decisions, and nuclear power is something that has to be considered.
So it seems that nuclear power can actually help us solve climate change. What is Nuclear Today's position on this?
It's a cost-effective solution to climate change. It's part of the energy mix that we should be considering, that we aren't at the moment.
Well, this is very interesting, Michael. Although Australians are concerned about the safety risks associated with nuclear power, how do you convince the public that it's safe?
Well, nuclear is no worse than coal in reality. It allows us to internalise an externality in that we can price the emissions that are going into the atmosphere, or in this case, being stored. Now, nuclear safety is a big developing industry.
Interesting, Professor Michael. So it seems like Australia is lagging behind the rest of the world when it comes to nuclear power. In fact, let's cross over to our correspondent live in Paris, Amanda, to see what she's got to say.
Here in France, France derives over 75% of its electricity from nuclear energy. This is due to a long-standing policy based on energy security. France is the world's largest net exporter of electricity due to its very low cost of generation and gains over $1 billion per year from this. France has very active in developing nuclear technology, reactors, and fuel products and services are a major exports. And about 17% of France's electricity is from recycled nuclear fuel.
Thanks, Amanda. So, Michael, what needs to happen in Australia for us to have nuclear power?
Another good question, Cass. We need to, first of all, make it legal to construct a nuclear power plant in this country, and we have to work on getting public support for the nuclear vision. So Nuclear Today is all for that approach.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Michael, for joining us, and thanks to Nuclear Today for expressing their views on why we should have nuclear power in Australia.